our chicken. This got knocked out of possession while I was coming down the stairs just now. There we go. Is that centered? Well enough, I hope so. Here we go again then. Jifubuki ASMR. Not my legal name, but my name on YouTube. This is going to be a dangerous triggers assortment video. But don't worry, because I got my safety whistle, should I need it, and also safety glasses here. So I think we're going to be okay. I hope. Touch wood. Now there may be the occasional cut while I kind of move triggers around and stuff here. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll see how it goes. I got all sorts of dangerous stuff here, so let's do it. And I can hear a siren in the distance. So, I thought about closing the windows, and then I was like, you know what? Sirens. That's perfect. Perfect for dangerous items, ASMR. So, alright, first off, let's do the spiky plants. Here we go. Starting things off with this big cactus. Inadvertent cactus mic scratching. It kind of got me just. But this is danger ASMR. So. It's got that nice rain stick kind of sound, I'd say. Okay, I shouldn't do it backwards. That's asking for trouble. I mentioned in my last video, but this cactus got me really good a couple of years back. Which was my fault for having it where it could get me good, because it was right close to where I closed the blind. So wait, where did I put the cactus bug? Hang on, we're going to do a quick cut. Okay, I am back. I forgot to bring the cactus bug down, but this right here, I put some post-its in here. As you can tell, this is not really fast and aggressive ASMR. We're just trying to get you off to sleep here. That's the plan. So, this is a Pachyceras bringley, which apparently can grow up to 42 feet tall, oddly specific, and can have a main trunk of up to 2 feet thick. They decided to just go with the 2 feet there. They didn't go for it can be up to 2 feet and 1 inch thick. They just kind of ballparked it for that one, but for height, 42 feet. So yeah, I think that's cool. Let's do another spiky plant here. Let's move on farther up the stairs. We got a half man. Now I don't need to be as careful with this. You know what? Let's do another quick cut. Move this big spiky fella out of the way. We're gonna do a cut. Okay, that's better. I have a lot of respect for that guy. He's out of the way. But here is a half man. Now I don't have to be as careful with this guy. He doesn't have spikes that are gonna break off on me, I don't think. Ow, okay, he will spike me. But, ow, okay, yes. I'll try to stop saying ow. You see, I didn't say ow that time. Dang it. Now these are incredibly super duper. We're talking majorly, ridiculously, definitely slow growing. But dang, they sound good. And you know what? That's fine if you're going to be brightness for your ASMR enjoyment this evening. You don't have to be watching the dangerous triggers, you know, you can just fall asleep, that's okay. Now this little guy sometimes has leaves coming out the top, which are pretty cool. I think you can see one has fallen down. Let's see if I can pick it up here. Just a little brown leaf at this point, obviously, because it's fallen off. I didn't show you that very well. There you go, there's a leaf. Okay. Should we learn a little bit about the Half-Man? Well, the Half-Man, I put another post-it note in this book. Which page was he on? Which page? There we go. Pachypodium. Pachypodium. Pachypodium nomaquanum. It does say that apparently it is the slowest growing of the tall Pachypodium. And apparently it can reach 10 feet tall. Not 10 feet, 1 inch. But apparently it'll regularly take more than a decade to just reach 20 inches. Wow, it got even brighter in here. Let's turn down the brightness. Is that better? Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep on track of that today. Now, yeah, so I've had this one, I'd say what, maybe 4 years now, maybe 5 years. I've had it for a while, and it has not grown much. As you can see, it's not very tall. So, honestly, I should fertilize it more. And we do have one more spiky little guy. Shall I do a cut? I better do a cut. You know what? I'm gonna take the microphone up with me to grab it. Okay, up the stairs and there. Okay, one last spiky little guy. We got a tiny little boojum tree. Now, I don't think he's got enough spikes for me to kind of do the finger, the nail ASMR. So let's see if he can do a little bit of mic scratching. A little boojum. A little bit of boojum mic scratching there. Here we go. The boojum tree excelling at mic scratching. There we go, excellent. Great, now the boojum tree. Should we have another little look in the book about the boojum tree? So, this is the last page that I have bookmarked. I'm going to pull out the little post-it note. There we go. Okay, and this is Fukuaria. Now, weirdly, it has a few different Fukuarias in this book, but it does not have Fukuaria columnaris, which I believe is what this is, because the boojum tree is a Fukuaria columnaris. And when they are fully grown, oh my goodness, they look so flippin' cool. And if you felt like checking out pictures of a boojum tree tomorrow after you've had a wonderful night's sleep, I would highly recommend it, because they're all like twisty-turny and they're so flippin' cool. Again, that guy I've had for a few years, and he's grown like a little bit taller, maybe 1 or 2 extra branches. Oh, there's a danger siren. Again, I should probably be fertilizing a little bit more to help him on his way, but you know what, he's doing fine. He's doing fine. Alright, okay, so that's the spiky. That's the spiky plants. We still got a safety whistle in case we need it. I'm not going to blow it unless absolutely necessary, by which I mean I'm not going to blow it because that would be ridiculous. Maybe you've got headphones on. I am not about doing surprise noises, apart from like maybe unintentional mic scratches, you know, because that happens. That's going to happen every now and then. But I'm certainly not about blowing a safety whistle in an ASMR video. That would be ridiculous. So let's move on to the next dangerous item. Lighter fluid. Oh my goodness. It can be so useful, of course. I was using it yesterday evening. However, of course it can be dangerous, sure. That is the smaller of the 2 bottles, and then we're And I had better move these a safe distance away before I move on to the next dangerous trick. Can you guess what the next dangerous trick might be? Why, yes, that is correct. The next dangerous trigger is sources of fire. Yeah, here we go. Sources of fire. Here we have a long lighter with a bendy tube and a little clippity clip thing for hanging it up. And here we have a tiny lighter with a little clasp. You can open it up. Now this is a butane lighter, which can be useful. However, I don't think it's supposed to work particularly well at high altitudes compared with just like a regular little basic striker flint lighter. I mean, don't they both contain pressurized gas? I'm not exactly quite sure what's going on there, but alright, yeah, there's that. And then we have another source of fire here, which can be very useful. I find it's nice to have flint and steel, one of these in the car, just in case it's come in handy before for starting a fire. Should I get a spark at you? No, that would be ridiculous. This is a carpeted area. We're not going to get a spark going right now. Can this steel do a little mic scratching? Let's see. Of course, steel can do mic scratching. Let's pick up the microphone. There we go. There's the flint and steel. We're going to put it away from the microphone. There we go. Sources of fire there. Alright, next up, let's move on to sharp things. So, where should I put my scissors? Yes, of course, there we go. Let's do a little cut. Okay, here we go. Now we have some sharp things. This sharp thing is in a box. It is a Spyderco Jump Master. Let's take it out. Let's take out. That was the wrong way. Let's take out the sheath. And let's also take out the knife. And we'll take off this little bit of cardboard here. Now this is good for mic scratching, I would say. This particular knife was developed for the Army's 82nd Airborne Division, the Paratrooper Division. And it was developed to have this nice, safe sheep's foot end instead of obviously something that's too pointy and dangerous, but it's really designed, or it was designed, as I understand it, for the paratroopers. Should they get treed, stuck in a tree, then they could use this, which is sharp as the dickens, or blazes, if you will. They could use this to cut through their parachute cords and get out of the the Spyderco Jumping Master, now discontinued. They made a second version, which is probably still around, but with a pointy tip. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So, this one I've just been keeping new in the box, and I have another one which has seen use out in the field when I used to be a firefighter, because I used to keep it in my bunker pants, because, I mean, super great design for that, you know. You can just have it in the sheath, and it's got that nice safety tip, incredibly good serrated cutting edge. I found it to be a great knife for the bunker pants. This ASMR video is not sponsored by Spyderco. I think sometimes it would come a little bit loose in the sheath, which was not ideal, but apart from that. But yeah, that never caused me any trouble. I think just maybe once in a while it would maybe come a little loose. And one more sharp object here is, oh my goodness, was that too loud? I hope it wasn't. This is another Spyderco, which can be opened with the, what do you call this, the flipper. But of course you have to do it with some gusto. I won't do that anymore, was that too loud? Or it can be opened with this separate hole right here. Another discontinued one. If there's one thing, you know, even without flipping it, that was kind of loud, wasn't it? If there's one thing Spyderco likes doing, it's making knives and then stopping making them. They love that. Okay, so that is the sharp things. I'm gonna carefully put those away, and so let's cut and move on to the next trigger. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I got my safety glasses on, because the next thing we're doing, it's a good idea to have the safety glasses on for this one, probably, because we're doing the bear spray. So just in case it goes off, let's protect the eyes a little bit from the cloud of noxious spray. Okay, so yeah, I've done the bear spray on a video before, and it makes me a little bit nervous. Alright, the safety is off, and we'll just do a little. Can you hear it in there? I don't know if you can hear it in there. There we go, the safety is off. Let's put the safety back on, and maybe we're gonna. Okay, let's put the safety back on. I tell you what, this is probably expired. It's probably got a date on there. Oh my goodness, it expired back in 2021. But I tell you what, I imagine it's still plenty spicy. I always assumed that bear spray would probably be pretty effective against people as well as bears, but apparently it is less strong than the pepper spray designed for humans. Fancy that. And it's for a big old bear. To the best of my knowledge, bears are regularly considerably larger than humans. However, this bear spray is not as spicy. What is that about? I don't know. I really don't know why that would be. But apparently, if you got some bear spray and you think, oh man, I'm well safe now, any attacker that comes after me in bipedal human form, oh, don't worry, I got the bear spray. Well, think again. This was a public service announcement brought to you by Jifubuki ASMR. And let's see, let's move on to another thing I got right here. A propane canister, a little camping propane yes. Here we go. We got the next trigger. Let me see if I can lift it up to the microphone here. This is a heavier trigger than most of the triggers I would typically use. I mean, sometimes I use a kettlebell, right? That can be a little heavy. But here we have a chainsaw, which I think makes pretty cool sounds. Here we go. Now I'm just gonna balance it on my knee here. Now, if you're already familiar with chainsaws, then of course you already know this. But with chainsaws, you have the cutting edge at the front of these teeth here. That's super sharp, tiny little knife edge there. And it spins around, cutting this away along the top. And then of course it can also cut on the reverse, cutting along this way. I should have put some gloves on for this, of course. I mean, it was pretty... I do apologize. I swung you around there. It was pretty silly of me to do without gloves. But I'm being very careful. Of course, you should always use gloves when handling a chainsaw. Alright, is that enough nonsense for one evening? I hope you're asleep by now. And if not, I'm sure you will be soon. Alright.